You're on, Samir. Vic.
Namo not long from now, I'll be the older one. That's really sad. And he was known for being funny and playful, especially with kids. And he loved my kids. And I think they wanted to say something too. So why don't you girls come up?
Something that makes him really special is that he always loved us and he was always thinking of us. And of course, like she said, he was really funny and he kind of made our lives special too. He would always play games with us and make us laugh.
And I think that I'm happy for all the time that we did get with him. He's my brother. He always will be. And I think that there are other family members that are going to speak. I think Baya's up next. Oh,
Jain, good morning. Sarika said, I am the eldest. I don't think so, Sarika. I'm still the eldest. And I'm here. Thank you everyone for being here today to pay tribute to my cousin, brother Samir, whose life was tragically cut short a few days ago unexpectedly. I'll say a few words from my side, from our side, and then a few words I have collected from his Indian siblings. So I can say that I have known Samir all his life. My first memories of Samir were playing with a 3-year-old naughty kid when he visited Calcutta, India. I was there. At that time, I had no idea that I'll get to spend a large part of my life with Samir as my younger brother. I left my family in India in 1983 to follow my dreams of becoming a computer scientist. Samir's parents, my uncle and auntie, were instrumental in helping me migrate to USA and pursue my advanced degrees. Subhash, uncle and Anita, auntie, you helped me achieve my dreams, and at the same time you provided me with a family, with Samir as a little brother and Sarika as a little sister. When I arrived in New Jersey, he was 5 years old, Sarika was 3, and I have so many fond memories of them just being there at the same house while I was in college. Recently, we were so lucky to have Samir as part of our daughter Priya's wedding in Maryland. In May of this year, we got to spend great time together, and now how I wish that I should have lasted longer. It should have lasted longer so that we could have created more beautiful memories with time, with Samir. A mother has lost a young 43-year-old son today. She told me that she was only living for her son, and there was nothing for her to do now. Though I'm not as young, I promise I'll be able to fill the spot. You have Anita, with whom you actually share your name. You have Priya and Harshal, and we'll be there as part of the family. I also have some few words messages from Samir's Tauji from India, and I will verbatim read it. I have been interacting with Samir virtually whole of his life. I remember the first time when he visited Kolkata and spent time with me and his Taiji. He was a little boy. He will force me to have him sit on my shoulders and run around the house. As Samir grew up, I witnessed his graduation ceremony at Rutgers. I was impressed and still remember the speech he delivered in his sister Sarika's wedding. He was such a loving person. During each of my visits to USA, I'll make it a point to spend time with him. He was also so respectful to both of us. A very caring and affectionate person, may God give him his rightful place in his empire. I will miss him the rest of my life for his affectionate care. He also goes on to say, I'm yet to see a more caring mother than that what Samir was blessed with, dear Anida. And so much caring father you had in dear Subash. I also have a message from Samir's cousin, my sister Archana. I have fond memories of Samir. I remember him as a very caring brother who would go to any lengths to help out. His love and affection for children is well known to all of us. His smile could touch anyone's soul. I wish he keeps smiling in heaven too. We will miss you, dear Samir. And a message from my sister, his cousin Aarti. Today I keep remembering Samir as a younger 3-year-old brother when he came to Calcutta. Very naughty and cute. I wish I could have spent more time with him. Samir, you were always loved and we will always remember you as a sweet, innocent boy. You may be gone, but your memory will live on with us forever. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti.
For those of you who don't know me, I'm Deepa, Sammy's cousin. Our mothers are sisters and have a bond like no other. And they've passed that on to us. So even though my family lived in Texas and their family lived in New Jersey, we saw each other regularly and we grew up more like sisters and brothers. Our moms would actually do a kid exchange over the summers. So one summer, Sammy and Sarika would come to Texas, and the next summer, my brother and I would go to New Jersey. Anyone with kids can appreciate what a genius idea that is. There are quite a few family members that couldn't be here physically, but are certainly here in spirit. My mom, my brother Amit, my husband Rana, and my girls Karina and Siona. I asked the girls what they remembered most about their Sammy mama. Karina said he was fun. Siona said, I just remember him always being happy. I told him how much he loved them. He literally lit up around them. In Rana's words, during those moments, you could sit and just see how genuine the love one human can have for another. He would make sure they were happy and would look out for them as if they were his own. It was a true expression of family devotion that just came so naturally, that at times during these moments, I found myself just staring in amazement with a big smile on my face. The bond he had with the girls was simple, uncomplicated, and unbreakable. We will miss him greatly, and it is without question that his nieces and nephew will only have the fondest memories of their kind and caring Samir Mama to retell and share with each other through the years. For me, he will always live in my heart as my little brother, and I will always remember his innocence and playfulness.
Thank you again to everyone for being here today. I am Samir's cousin, Nishu. My parents are Sammy's Mamaji and Mamiji. Being an only child, Sammy was the older brother I never had, whether I wanted him or not. As a responsible older brother, when he came to visit me back when we lived in Ohio, he taught me how to ride a bike. But also the first time he pushed me on that bike, he pushed me straight into a thorn bush. After my family moved to New Jersey, we saw Sammy, Buaji, Fufuji, and Zarkababy practically every week. At this point, he truly did become a brother. More so, I became the annoying little brother, always wanting to tag along when he went to hang out with his friends or do anything. I wanted nothing more than to be, for him to think I was cool, because he was always the coolest guy I knew. As we grew up, our relationship continued to mature and change, but what remained constant was the love and respect we had for each other. I think there's no better example of that than when he met my wife Mona. He always went out of his way to make sure that his Choti Bhabi was okay and was having fun at a family event, and often just sat there laughing with her at me as I got pulled into conversations with the Lokpai and Jajagiri about politics and religion that I swore I'd stay out of. Sammy has always loved children, and in return, they've always loved him back. My son, Veer, without hesitation, would always go to Sammy and even beckon him to play, ignoring everyone else around him. This may not sound like much, but having lived most of his life in a COVID bubble, my son doesn't really like most people, and really has only met his Sammy Tauji a handful of times. Whereas literally everyone else, including my father, who sees Veer 3 times a week, needs to regain his trust every time they see him. Sammy Tauji was always immediately accepted. My parents have always loved Sammy like a son. It's hard not to. He's always been fun, easygoing, and charming. A joke from my dad and a compliment from my mom's food were always ready to go, because he loved making other people smile. He loved making everyone smile. Bhaiya, know that you'll be missed dearly by your brother, your Bhabi, your Mamaji, and your Mamiji. Your nephews, although they may never realize it, will miss an amazing bond with the most loving Tauji that they ever had. We love you.
Hello, my name is Nibby. I'm Samir Bey's cousin. They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Looking back through our family pictures through the years, I realized even 1,000 words would not be enough to describe what Samir Bey meant to us. As his youngest cousin, when we were growing up, Daiji and Daoji were like a second set of parents to me. And he was not only a big brother, but also one of the coolest people I knew. He was larger than life, and I wanted to be just like him. If he took karate, I took karate. If he said something in a funny voice, I said it in a funny voice. And then I got in trouble because it was not what a little girl should be doing. He found that really funny, by the way. I would tell any boys at school that were bothering me that my cousin knew karate and he could beat them up. Samir also found this really funny. You know, I didn't know why at the time. But behind his teasing was his love for every member of his family. He was there every birthday, every holiday, every year on Raksha Bandhan, even though hanging out with his dorky little cousin was probably not the most interesting thing on his social calendar. He was always there to support his family through thick and thin, and that was who he was. Even with the difficulties he faced at times, the joy he found in being a Jaja, a Mama, a Dao to his nieces and nephews was plainly written on his face whenever he spent time with them. 1,000 words, or even 1,000 pictures, are not enough, but they help remind us of the gifts that he gave us. His generosity and his concern for others, which came from his enormous heart, his patience and his love for kids, and their love for him, whether it was the first time they were meeting him or the 100th, the way he could make anyone laugh in any situation with a goofy face or a funny voice, or the way he would sneak up behind you and then laugh when you fell for his tricks. It's impossible for me to pick just one way he impacted our lives, but I think what I will remember most is this joy that he brought others, and I hope you will too. Thank you.
Family members, immediate family members, parents, sister, brother-in-law, cousins. Okay, I guess we can start here. Cousin, you are going to do puja here? Yeah. Here. So first we need to go by Samir. All the family members. You can come on. The rest of the people can start here. We can come down. Now, what is the native place in India?
The native place in India, you want to say Jaswantnagar? Yeah. Jaswantnagar.
Jaswantnagar. Jaswantnagar. Oh, that's in UP. Okay. So suppose we are at that house, Jaswantnagar, and we are doing cremation from there. And before we go to cremation, we have to do something here before. So at least we can start here. We can. Yeah. Sister-in-law, sister, brother-in-law.
Sister is coming in the side.
Yeah. Okay, ma'am. If you can do tika to him. Om Twam Gandharva Akhanam Swamindrastam Brahaspatihi Twamokade Somo Raja Vidvanyakshmadam Om Bhurvasvaham Samir Bhai Pretasya Gandham Samarpayami. And before we go to Smashan crematory, we have to give him a holy bath. Now, bath is already given, but if you can sprinkle Ganga Jal on him like this. Om Apo Hishtamayo Bhavasthanavurje Dadanaham Maheranai Chaksaseyo Vahasivatamo Rasasasya Bhajayate Hanaham Ushati Rivamattaraha Tasma Arangamamaho Yasyasya Vaya Jhinvata Apo Janayatha Janaham Om Jitirthani Pracharanti Sreka Hastani Khanginah Tikaggo Sahasrayo Janiva Dhanvani Tanmasi Om Bhurvasvaham Samir Bhai Pretasya Tirthodaka Snanam Samarpayami Om Idam Vishnu Vichakramete Dani Dade Padamma Samudamasya Paggo Sureswaham Om Bhurvasvaham Samir Bhai Pretasya Tulsi Dalam Samarpayami. Okay, now the rest of the members, you need to take one in your hand. Any item, one item in the hand. One. And we can go around Samir. Anybody can do it. Okay, you can stay there, yeah. You have to stay around. So everybody got something in the bowl. So when I say swaha, You can offer it to Samir Bhai. Like about 10 times we have to do this, 10, 15, 12 times. So that little closer, and we have to keep this corner open. So, Om, ready everybody? Om Prajapataye Swaha Idam Prajapataye Namam. Om Indrai Swaha Idam Indrai Namam. Om Agnaye Swaha Idam Agnaye Namam. Om Somai Swaha Idam Somai Namam. Om Yamai Swaha Idam Yamai Namam. Om Mrityave Swaha Idam Mrityave Namam. Om Brahmane Swaha Idam Brahmane Namam. Om, now instead of Swaha, it will be Kalpatyam. Om Ayur Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Prano Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Chakshur Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Shotram Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Vag Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Manno Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Atma Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Brahma Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Jyotir Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Swar Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Preshtham Jagnena Kalpatam. Om Jagno Jagnena Kalpatam. Now, in case something is left in the bowl, you can empty out in the right hand. And when I say Swaha, you can offer everything in the corner. Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Swaha Idam Prajapataye Namama. You can offer everything. And then you can place the bowl here. Now everybody can take the chair except cousin or sister if you want to participate. And you can stand here. Now, these two coconuts go in their two corners, one each. यानिकानि च पापानि ब्रह्महत्या विनाशे केशानि तिष्ठन् तस्मात् केशान् वप्याम्यहम् इदं फलं मया देवं स्थापितं पुरतस्तव तेन मे सफलाप्ति भवेत् जन्मनि जन्मनि ओम भूर्भुवः समीर भाई प्रेतस्य विशेषार्घ्यं सम्पादयामि. Now there is a better part here, G. So if you can touch it to the forehead, please. Om asvattvamadi jato sitvadayam jayatam pana aso swargaya lokaya swaham jvalatu patake. Om bhur bhuvah swah swaha idam prajapataye namah. You can take this so softly. Now. You can sit down, come. Now, wherever you can sit, like there are two chairs here. So, good morning, Jai Shri Krishna, Jai Jinendra to everybody. My name is Kamlesh, and I am going to perform the funeral rites here today. We all know that the death is an inevitable truth. Whoever is born is going to die. Nobody can escape from death. And absolutely, there is no exception to this universal truth. But easier said than done. When it happens in the family, it's really difficult to accept the truth. Samir Bhai's untimely death has resulted into a lot of grief, shock, emotional stress, feeling of helplessness and hopelessness in the Shah family, Jain family. In Sanatan Dharma, the last rites are very important facets of human life. And it is to be performed in a proper way in order to provide a peace to departed soul. There is an absolute vacuum in their family. This loss is never going to be fulfilled. But we can try to prepare them, bear the loss by lessening the intensity of their grief to some extent. It is written in all ancient religious scriptures that the properly performed last rites provide a peace to departed soul and solace to the relatives. To start with, we will have Navkar mantra recited once again, please. Om. ओम चंद्रमा मनसो जात चक्षुः सूर्यो अजायत श्रोत्रद्वायुष्य मुखादग्निरजायत बुद्धिपदेव रूपस्थं कर्म साक्षी विघ्नकृत यावत् कर्म समाप्ति स्यात् तावत् तं सुस्थिरो भवम् ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः समिर्भय प्रेतस्य दीपं समर्पयामि ओम ब्राह्मणस्य मुखमासीत् बाहुराजन्यः क्रेताः ऊरो तदशर्वेश्यः परिव्याघ्रो शूद्रो अजायत ओम पवित्रोस्ते वैष्णव्यो सवितुर्वः प्रसव उत्पुन्नाम्य छिद्रेण पवित्रेण सूर्यस्य रश्मिभिः वित्रपते पवित्रपुतस्य यत्कामः पुणे तच्छते यम्. Okay, we can hold this. You can do it. So, see that one. You can do that. Om Tatchaksurdev Hitam Purastat Chukram Chirata Pashyema Shardah Shatam Jivema Shardaham Shatakusham Yama Sardah Shatam Pabrahama Sardaham Satamadina Shyama Shardah Satam Buyasya Sardah Satat Om Granthi Devtabhyo Namah Om Tantu Devtabhyo Namah ओम यज्ञोपवीतं परमं पवित्रं प्रजापतिर्यत् सहजं पुरस्तात् आयुष्यमहं प्रतिमुञ्च शुभ्रं यज्ञोपवीतं बलमस्तु तेजः ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात् ओम भूर्भुवः स्वः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्. Now, when we perform this kind of rituals, we have to have our hair removed. I'm just taking one symbolically. Okay. Okay, now if you can take a spoon of water and hold it. Om Atradya Mahamangalya Punya Pavitra Masattame Mase Bhadrapad Mase Shukla Pakshe Purnimayam Titho चंद्रवासरे यथा वर्तमान नक्षत्र मुहूर्त समवाये एवं ग्रह गण विशेषण विशेषायाम शुभ पुण्य तिथौ. इफ यू कैन रिपीट दिस काश्यप गोत्र अस्मत् भ्राता समीर प्रेतस्य दाहार्थम उत्क्रांति आदि प्रार्थना पूर्वकम पिंड प्रदानम अहम करिष्ये तथा पंचक जनित दोष निवृत्ति अर्थम उत्तल विधि अहम करिष्ये. So you can place the water here. Now there are 5 stages here. Now when someone passes away in the Panchak is a collection of 5 constellations. It happens every month. It lasts 5 days. And during that time, if the death occurs, or if we have to cremate somebody, like today we are doing Samir Bhai. So we have to cremate 5 statues like this. Otherwise, the reoccurrence of the death happens in the family. So if we can offer flower petals and then rice to each of them in either order. Oh, you can do that too, yeah. Both of you can do. ओम वसोहो पवित्रमसि शतधारं वसोहो पवित्रमसि सहस्रधारं देवस्त्वा सविता पुनातु वसोहो पवित्रेण शतधारेण सुक्त्वा कामदुःखः. ओम वसुभ्यो नमः वसुम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. ओम वरुणो स्तंभनमसि वरुणस्य स्कम्भसर्जनिस्तो वरुणस्य ऋतसदन्यसि वरुणस्य ऋतसदन्मसि वरुणस्य ऋतसदन्मासिद. ओम वरुणाय नमः वरुणम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. ओम उतनो हिर्बुद्ध्यः सुनुत्वोज एकपति पृथिवी समुद्रः विश्वे देवा ऋता ऋतुः वनसुत मंत्रा कविशस्ता अवन्तु. ओम अजेकपदे नमः अजेकपदम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. ओम शिवो नामासि स्वदितिस्ते पिता नमस्ते अस्तु माहि गुसिः निवर्तयाम्य युखेनाद्याय प्रजननाय राय स्पोखाय सुव्यव्याय. ओम हिर्बुद्ध्याय नमः हिर्बुद्ध्यम् आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. ओम पुखन्त वव्रते वयन्नरिखे मकदाचनं स्तोतार्थ यस्मि. ओम पुष्टन पुष्टम आवाहयामि स्थापयामि पूजयामि. If you can offer a little bit of heat to each of them on top of them. ओम प्रेतवहाय स्वाहा. ओम प्रेतसखाय स्वाहा. ओम प्रेतपाय स्वाहा. ओम प्रेतभूमिपाय स्वाहा. ओम प्रेतहर्त्रे स्वाहा. So So those 5 statues are going to go there with Samir Bhai. And now, when everybody comes at our home, and when we are ready, finally, we are going to depart your Jaswant Nagar house. So, like, youngest person in the family carries the fire in a matki, and then we are all lifting. So we have to create that fire first here. Om Agni Dutam Purodade Havyavavaham Pabruve Devam Asadayadiha. Om Chatvari Srunga Trayo Asya Patadve Sidse Saptahastasam Asya Tridavado Rukaboro Raviti Mahodevo Martyam Avivesham. Om Agne Vaishwanar Shandilyasita Devaleti Tripavaranvid Pumirmataha Varun Pitaha Mekkadvaja Pramukhamam Sammukho Bhava. If you can take this, that's it. And then you can place it here. ओम अग्नये नमः सर्वोपचाति गंधम पुष्पम समर्पयामि ओम अग्निं प्रज्वलितं वन्दे जातवेदहुताशनं हिरण्यवर्णमल्लं समृद्धो विश्वतो मुखम्. Now if you can keep offering, now there's fire needs some offerings, so when you can keep offering like this, repeat me, swaha 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 like that. Om Prajapataye swaha idam prajapataye namah. Om Indraya Swaha idam Indraya namah. Om Agnaye Swaha idam Agnaye namah. Om Somaya Swaha idam Somaya namah. Om Vishnave Swaha idam Vishnave namah. Om Rudraya Swaha idam Rudraya namah. Om Lomabhyah Swaha idam Lomabhya namah. Om Tvache Swaha idam Tvache namah. Om Lohitaya Swaha idam Lohitaya namah. Om Medobhyah Swaha idam Medobhya namah. Om Mamsebhyah Swaha idam Mamsebhya namah. Om Snayubhyah Swaha idam Snayubhya namah. Om Astibhyah Swaha idam Astibhya namah. Om Majabhyah Swaha idam Majabhya namah. Om Retase Swaha idam Retase namah. Om Payave Swaha idam Payave namah. Om Ayasai Swaha idam Ayasai namah. Om Prayasai Swaha idam Prayasai namah. Om Sanyasai Swaha idam Sanyasai namah. Om Vyasai Swaha idam Vyasai namah. Om Udyasai Swaha idam Udyasai namah. Om Suche Swaha idam Suche namah. Om Sochate Swaha idam Sochate namah. Om Sochamanai Swaha idam Sochamanai namah. Om Saukai Swaha idam Saukai namah. Om Tapase Swaha idam Tapase namah. Om Tapyate Swaha idam Tapyate namah. Om Taptamanai Swaha idam Taptamanai namah. Om Taptai Swaha idam Taptai namah. Om Dharmai Swaha idam Dharmai namah. Om Niskritye Swaha idam Niskritye namah. Om Prashtitye Swaha idam Prashtitye namah. Om Veshajai Swaha idam Veshajai namah. Om Yamai Swaha idam Yamai namah. Om Antakai Swaha idam Antakai namah. Om Mrityave Swaha idam Mrityave namah. Om Brahmane Swaha idam Brahmane namah. Om Brahmahatyai Swaha idam Brahmahatyai namah. Om Vishwebhyo Devebhyah Swaha idam Vishwebhyo Devebhyo namah. Om Deva Prithivibhyam Swaha idam Deva Prithivibhyam namah. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Swaha idam Prajapataye namah. Sir, if you can offer sesame and rice taken together like that, and if you can offer it here. Om Aswat Tvamati Jatu Sitvadayam Jayatam Pulpasu Swargaya Lokaya Swaham Jalatu Patate. Om Bhurvuvah Swaha Swaha idam Prajapataye namah. Now, Samir Bhai, unfortunately and most tragically, is leaving us. Very few moments are left, hardly less than an hour. So, he wants to talk to God first. What he talks to God is there, and then he wants to say a couple of words to us. He says to God that, "O most merciful God, I repent for all my sins." He may not have committed any sins, such an innocent person, but sometimes in life we all keep insects or something like that. There is also a sin. So in that way we are sinners. Otherwise, nothing major like that. So I repent for all my sins. I repent for every thought that was false, unjust, or unclean. For every word spoken that should not have been spoken. For every deed that should not have been done. I repent for every deed, word, and thought inspired by selfishness or hatred or lust. Uh, I especially repent for every lustful action, for any lie, for any hypocrisy, for every promise given but not fulfilled, and for any slander or backbiting. Most especially, I repent for every action, word, or deed that pained or harmed somebody. In your unbounded mercy, I ask you to forgive me for all my sins. And last but not least, he says to God that, oh God, please forgive me and my family for our constant failure to speak, think, and act according to your will. And now, he says a couple of words to us. He says that, I'm very thankful to all of you for being here on my last exit or departure from this planet. Those who couldn't make it, I can understand, but at least you are here, so I'm very happy. And he further says that, Samir Bhai says, that if during the life, if I hurt you, I apologize. In case you hurt me, you already have my forgiveness. And he wants the brothers, sisters, cousins, everybody to carry on his sweet memories and enjoy his legacy. He's too young, there is no legacy, but he wants to be very happy, healthy, and prosperous in all the areas of your life. He says that I'm not going to be there directly with you, but I will be always there indirectly with you all your life. Shubham bhavatu, kalyanamastu, arogyamastu, aishwaryamastu, shantirastu, tuštirastu, dhanakanaka samruddhirastu. These are the blessings and well wishes from him to all of us. And now we need to stand up and come by him. Kim Mrityunjayaya Nama Om, Triyambakaya Nama Om, Lingeshwaraya Nama Om, Saiswaraya Nama Om, Om Namah Shivaya Nama Om, Om Namah Shivaya Nama Om. Belly button. Om Namah Shivaya Nama Om. Between two legs. Om Namah Shivaya Nama Om. Mrityunjayaya Nama Om. Triyambakaya Nama Om. Lingeshwaraya Nama Om. Saiswaraya Nama Om. If you can hold it from that side, and you can hold it from this side. No, of the mouth like this. You need to hold that just like this. Okay, if you can hold it. And two hands, two hands. Om tasmagannat sarvabhutah sampratam prakhadadyam pasaustansh chakrai vahayavyanaranya gramyamshchay. Om bhurvasvaham Samir Bhai Pretasya Vastram Samarpayami. We can cover, leave face open. And now, I mean, it is very hard for mom, but if mom can come. Om Sevantika Bakula Champaka Patalabje Punnagajati Karavir Rasala Puspai Bilva Pravala Tulasi Dalamahalati Bi Stam Pujayami Jagadiswarami Prasidam Om Burvaswaham Samir Bhai Pretasya Puspamalam Samarpayami. Okay, now, sister and brother-in-law. If you can balance this, just like that, and then walking that way, 4 times counterclockwise circling, pradakshina around him. keep walking like Om Apohishtamyo Bhuvasthan Urje Datatanaha Maheranaय Chachase Yo Vahasivakamo Rasasasya Bhajayate Hanaha Ushatiриव Matarah Tasma Arangamamaho Yasyasya Vaya Jinvata Apo Janayatha Janaha Om Saptasyasan Paridasvihi Sapta Samidah Kretaha Devaya Yajnantanvana Abadnan Purukhan Pasum Yani Kanja Papani Janmantara Krutani Cha Tani Sarvani Nashyandi Pradakshanam Pade Pade Om Hari Om Namaste Rudramanyava Utota Ikhave Bahuvyam Tate Namaha Jate Rudra Shiva Tanura Ghora Papa Kashinitayanastanva Shantamaya Giri Santa Vichakashihi Om Karacharana Krutam Vaham Kaya Jam Karma Jam Vaham Sravana Nayana Jam Vamana Samma Paradam Vihitam Vihitam Vasarvabhya Kshamaswa Jai Jai Karunapte Sri Mahadeva Shambho Om Trambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityormukshi Amamrataha. Now, the ancestors that passed away in our family, like your Dada Dadi, Nana Nani, everybody, all those ancestors you need to do namaskar in mind. Om Brahma Om Abrahmastamba Paryantam Devarsi Pitrumanava Trupyantu Pitaras Sarve Matrumata Mahadayam Atita Kula Kotinam Saptadipanimasinam Abrahma Bunaloka Didamastu Tilodakam Ye Bandava Yenya Janmani Bandava Tisra Trupti Mayantu Mayadatyena Varinam Yeke Chasmat Kule Jata Aputra Gotrunomata Te Gruntu Mayadattam Vastranespidanodakam Om Brahma Jagananam Prathamam Purastat Julisimati Surucho Vena Avaha Subudnya Upama Asya Vishta Satasya Yoni Masatasya Vivaham Om Brahmane Namaha Pratna Purukam Namaskaran Samarpayam Om Idam Vishnu Vichakrame Edani Nade Padamma Samudavasya Pagdu Sureshvaham Om Vishnava Namaha Pratna Purukam Namaskaran Samarpayam Om Hari Om Namaste Rudramanyava Utota Ikhave Bahuvyamukate Namaham Jate Rudra Shiva Tanura Ghora Papa Kashinitayanastanva Santamaya Giri Santa Vichakashihi Om Rudrai Nama Pratna Purukam Namaskaran Samarpayam Om Yamaya Twangira Swati Pitrumate Swaha Swaha Dharmaya Swaha Dharma Pitre Om Yamaya Nama Pratna Purukam Namaskaran Samarpayam Om Preta Jayata Nara Indro Vaha Sharma Jachatu Ugra Vaha Santu Bahuna Drakhyaya Satatam Om Tatpurushaya Nama Pratna Purukam Namaskaran Samarpayam. Here we need to stand up for 5 minutes, everybody. Om Garat, and if you can, couple of drops of ghee on his eyes. Om Gratam Mimikshe Gratamasya Joni Grate Shito Gratam Vasya Dhamam Anukudama Vahama Dayasya Swaha Kretam Rekha Bhuvakshi Havyamam Om Burvaswaham Samir Bhai Pretasya Gratam Samarpayami Yam Brahma Varunendra Rudra Maruta Stunvanti Vestavai Veda Sangha Padakramo Panisadai Gayantiyam Samagam Dhyana Vastita Tadgatena Manashan Pashyantiyam Yoginam Yashyantana Viduh Sura Suragana Devayatasmai Namaha Krutva Suduskaram Karma Janata Vapya Janatam Mrutyu Kala Vasam Gnatvam Naram Panchatva Mahagatam Dharma Dharma Samayuktam Lobhamoha Samavrutam Dahiyam Sarvagatrani Divyan Lokan Sagachyatu Om Samiddo Anjana Krutaram Matinam Drutamagne Madhumatpin Vamanaham Vajivahan Vajinam Vajit Jatavedo Devanam Bhakshi Prema Sajastamam Om Apeto Yantu Panayo Sumna Deva Piyava Asya Lokah Sutavataha Diubiraho Biratu Biruktam Yamudadatu Vasanamasmi Krutva Suduskaram Karmam Janata Vapya Janatam मृत्युकालवशं ज्ञात्वा नरं पञ्चत्वमागतं धर्म लोभमोह समावृतं दहेयं सर्वगात्राणि दिव्यान् लोकान् स गच्छतु। ॐ द्यौः शान्तिरन्तरिक्षभूं शान्तिः पृथिवी शान्तिरापः शान्तिरो खदयः शान्तिः वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वगुं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेधि यतो यतः समीहसे ततो नो अभयं कुरु शन्नः कुरु प्रजाभ्यो भयन्नः पशुभ्यः। ॐ शान्तिः 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 सुशान्तिर्भवतु। Both of you need to hold it. And when you touch it to the sender wood, so we give him live agni. So even if we are not allowed to do this back inside, we are fine. We did our job. Now at this point, we are going to recite Om 3 times, like stretching. This is called Omkar. And then we will have moment of silence in Samir Bhai's honor. Sato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityurmam amrutam mrigamaya. Om Shanti 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 Sushantir Bhavatu. Thank you very much. You can take your chair. 4 minutes to go. Now this time, when the Agni Sanskar is done, half of the premise is done, we collect ash. So symbolically, if you can take this and take it and put it back. Om Asvatva Madijato Sitvadayam Jayatam Puna Aswaswargaya Lokaya Swaham Jwalatu Patake Om Bhur Bhuvah Swaha Swaha Idam Prajapatay Namama. Okay, now this time watch on him, sister. Or brother-in-law. You are carrying this on the right shoulder and walking clockwise this time. When you go by the feet, sister from the back side will be offering some milk on his feet like that. Couple of drops like that. And we have to do this 4 times. Om Adya Purvacharityam Gargana Visheshana Visheshtayam Shubha Punyatithau Kashyap Gotrasyam Samir Bhai Pretasyam Chitadaho Upasamanartham Cha Dahajanit Pida Upasanaartham cha idam udakanjaliste upatishtataham. Om advyah samvratah prativye rasatya vishwakarmanah samavartatagre tasya tasya viddadrupameti tanmarutasya devatva majanamagre. ओम वेदाहमेतं पुरुखं महान्तमादित्यवर्णं तमसः परस्तात् तमेव विदित्वाति मृत्युमेति नान्यः पन्था विद्यते यनाय ओम प्रजापतिश्रुतिगर्भे अन्तर्जायमानो बहुधा विजायते तस्य योनिं परिपश्यन्ति तिरस्तस्मिन्नः तस्तुर्भुवनानि विश्वाम् ओम जो देवेभ्यो आतपतये जो देवानां पुरोहितः पूर्वो जो देवेभ्यो जातो नमो रुचाय ब्रह्मये ओम ऋचं ब्रह्म्यञ्जनयन्तो देवा अग्रतद ब्रुवन्नं जस्वैवं ब्राह्मणो विद्यतस्य देवा असन्वसे ओम श्रीश्च ते लक्ष्मीश्च पत्न्या वहोरात्रे पार्श्वे नक्षत्राणि रूपमश्विनो व्यात्तम् इष्णन्निखाण मुम्मैखाण सर्वलोकमैखाण 4 times. Back home we drop it on the floor and break it. We can do that here. So we are doing just we broke it. And it's automatically going to break inside there. Now, needless to say that, I mean, you already have apologized him in case you hurt him during the life. But if you say a couple of words in your mind, he'll be very happy. You can say anything like, brother, if I deserve you, if we deserve you, please be our brother once again in the next life, next birth, if possible. So now, Om Anadi Nidino Deva Sankachakra Gadadara Akshaya Pundarikaksa Pretamoksha Padabo Atasi Puspa Sankasam Pitavasa Samuchitam Yenavasyanti Govinda Natsam Vidyate Bhavam Krishna Krishna Kropalatvam Agatinam Gatirbhava Samsanam Magnanam Prashida Pursottamam Narayana Surasa Lakshmikanta Varaprade Anina Tarpaninata Pretamoksha Padabo Hiranyagarbha Puruso Vyakta Vyakta Sarupini Asya Pretasya Mokshartham Suprito Bhava Sarvadam. Now he fought like a soldier against his illness, sickness. So he definitely deserves salute from us. So, Salami Amdo. Just say it. Hey. Thank you very much, everybody. God bless you all. I know how we are going through. I don't even have words to say anything to, but God will help all of us. He is going to be in a good place. He is going to be in your heart. You are going to be in his heart. Namaste, Jinendra to everybody. And thank you very much, Christine. She's a wonderful person. Because of her, we are able to do better than back home. Thank you, Christine.
Namo
come up for darshan at this time, please come forward, offer flowers, and then you can continue.
Bluetooth disconnected. Bluetooth pairing.
If anybody just came and who is left for Antim Darshan, please come forward. In case somebody just came. Brother, we need to offer. Keep all our things. Sorry. ओम ग्रतम विमिक्षे ग्रतमस्य जो निग्रते शितो ग्रतम वस्य धामं अनुवदमा वहमादय स्वाहा कृतम रेखभुवक्षि हव्यम ओम भूर्भुवस्वहं समीर भाई प्रेतस्य ग्रतम समर्पयामि श्री राम जय जय राम 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 Please, if they are ready, we can wait. It's not a problem.
Family and friends, on behalf of the Jain family, I would just like to take an opportunity to thank all of you for traveling here today. It is greatly appreciated to have your support and your condolences. We appreciate the distance that you've traveled just to accommodate the family and the last rites. I would like to thank Pandit Maharaj Kamla Shukla. Thank you so much for coming here to do the last rites. The family really appreciates it. On behalf of the funeral home, Ruby Memorial, I would just like to say thank you so much for putting all your trust in me to take care of all the arrangements. It was an honor to care for your son, your brother, your cousin, friend. I truly take it as an honor, so thank you. At this time, I'm going to invite those of you that have came in a little bit late, if you want to come forward and just say your final goodbyes. This concludes the services and the ceremony and the viewing. The immediate family would like to have a little bit of private time, so thank you again for coming. And if you would like to come and say one final goodbye, we ask that you do so now, because then we're proceeding to cremation privately. Thank you so much. Jai Jinendra, Jai Sri Krishna.
Thank you. Now, 8 people, 8 youngsters, cousins, everybody please come here. Because we cannot walk in like a procession. but as if like we are going to lift him, and imagine to be walking like we are going to Smasana. We are going to lift him to him. Eight people from each corner. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. And the youngest person, one young person from the family will be carrying these in the front. Like till we are not ready, but at least we can be. So youngest person from family, young. Anybody? Just hold it. Just hold it like that. Okay, now you move it. So when I say we have to lift from the handle, be careful.
No, it's okay.
It's heavy. The basket is heavy.
Priya,
Okay, now lift him. Lift him. And now imagine to be walking Sri Ram. And when I say Sri Rama, you have to say Sri Rama. 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 We are out of the house. And now when they are ready, we will go roll him inside. both of you. You'll be leading in the front, and you'll be in the back side. Okay, so before I let you and once it's done, then brother and sister. So we can roll him. Brother, we can roll him inside. Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Rama, Shri Rama.
Usagaram pasam bandami Ganga mukha visar visnadasam mangal kalyanavasam Visar paling mantam Kantadarye josya manu Tasya rogamari Tushtara janti uttamam Chitta dure manto Utpanamo vivo pali hoye Dartriya suvi jiva Pavanti na dukta gocham Tuhe samathe ladde Chintamani kapavavye Pavanti avighenam Jiva ravaram thanam Ye santo mahayas Bhakti barne bare nihiyam Ta dev dijvoi Bhave bhave paas kinchan Bhave bhave paas kinchan Bhave bhave paas kinchan Upsagaram pasam vandami Gamgan mukram visar visnanasam mangal kalyanavasam Visar puling mantam Kantadarye josya manyu Tasya rogamari Tushtara janti uttamam Chitta dure manto Utpanamo vivahu pali hoye Dartriya suvi jiva Pavanti na dukta gocham Tuhe samathe ladde Chintamani kapavavye Pavanti avighenam Jiva ramaram thanam Ye santo mahayas Bhakti barne vareniyan Ta dev dijvoi Bhave bhave paas kinchan Bhave bhave paas kinchan Bhave bhave paas kinchan पार्शनाथ भगवान की जय दुष्टों को दूर करने वाले पार्शनाथ भगवान की जय दुखों को दूर करने वाले पार्शनाथ भगवान की जय ओम ह्रीं श्रीं श्री पार्शनाथ जिनेन्द्राय नमः ओम ह्रीं श्रीं श्री पार्शनाथ जिनेन्द्राय नमः ओम ह्रीं श्रीं श्री पार्शनाथ जिनेन्द्राय नमः महावीराय नमः महावीराय नमः महावीराय नमः महावीराय नमः महावीराय नमः महावीराय
समावृतं दहेयं सर्वगात्राणि वनस्पतयः शान्तिर्विश्वे देवाः शान्तिर्ब्रह्म शान्तिः सर्वं शान्तिः शान्तिरेव शान्तिः सामा शान्तिरेव यतो यतः समीहसै ततो न अवयं पुरुषन्नः पुरुषजाभ्युः वयं नः प्रतिः ॐ शान्तिः 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 शान्तिर्भवतु And also display anywhere. And then after you must start and get ready. Om Namah Shivaya, 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 Om Namah Shivaya.